And yet the landowner, so generous. So generous. He could see in them something. Maybe that landowner, maybe when he was younger, he was a worker. And he was wondering, am I going to get picked today? And that stayed with him. That just stayed with him. Or maybe his father was out there, and he remembered what it was like when his dad came home and couldn't find work. And so he said, if I can do anything, when I get older, I'm gonna remember what that was like. I'm gonna make sure that people have a job and that they have the dignity that they need, that they're provided for, that they're able to go home with their daily bread. How beautiful is that? I have a cousin. He lives in Venice Beach, and it's his fault that I came out to L.A. I was sharing this story earlier. I was with one of the youth groups in the general area, just a beautiful group, and they were asking me for the vocation story. So I shared the story because I grew up in Delaware, and so I was just sharing about how I was in my early 20s and I was taking a break from school, and my cousin said, I've got extra room in the apartment, and look at California. Why don't you come out to visit Los Angeles in January? We may be complaining about the heat right now, but oh man, in January, the sunshine of LA, it was really nice, especially compared to the snow of Delaware. And so I came out and I moved. So I moved. In any case, we've grown up, and it's coming up on 20 years now. It's hard to believe. And so, I became a priest. I'm ordained, and he has a family. And so he has 2 children, Ryan and Hutch, and they have a 3rd on the way. And so it's exciting. And so I saw on social media this morning, he was commenting about how he woke up in the middle of the night because there was an earthquake last night, and so how he ran into his children's room to make sure they were okay. And I remember his oldest, Ryan, she's, I think, about 4 now, and she was the only child for a number of years. And so, and she's like a princess, and she loves to dress up like a princess, and she's beautiful, just such a beautiful little girl. And she loves to play. But if any of you parents know what it was like when you had your first child and then maybe the second one came around, it takes a little bit of adjusting because the only child gets to be the princess. And the only child gets to be the special one. And the only child gets to be the first for everything. And I can say this because I was the only child for a while. I'm the oldest. It was great. You get to do everything. You get to go to school first, and you go to high school first, the first to drive, and mom and dad look after you, and they give you all that special attention. And then you've got the middle brother and the youngest brother. And I love my brother, so I'm going to, he used to have like the coolest shoes. He's just like a cool kid. Like everything he does, he's just cool. And he would always he would have the coolest new shoes, and he had these really cool Converse, the Chuck Taylor Converse, black and orange. And I would just get, whatever came my way. But just that rivalry and that jealousy, and when the younger one gets something and you look at it, it's like, why did you get those shoes? Mom, why don't I get, I need to go to the store, or I want this. And Jesus is saying, were you really cheated? Did you miss out? Ryan, you've got all your toys. Let your brother play. Why don't you share? Share with Hutch. God's ways are not our ways. There's an old Eagles song. Maybe some of you are Eagles, the music band. My parents are Eagles fans. Maybe I'm getting nostalgic. I'm thinking about all this family stuff. I'm going to see family this week. But they would always listen to Eagles songs growing up. And there's one song, it's called The New Kid in Town. The New Kid in Town. Oh, everybody's so excited. It's the new kid in town. Oh, look, all the girls want to go talk to the new kid in town or the new boy in class, right? Well, what about me? I've been here. What happened to me? I used to be special. I used to be the new kid. I'm not the new kid anymore. So where are our hearts? What are we really about? Is it about us being special? I mean, you could think about those disciples, Peter and Andrew and